My boyfriend and I have taken 2 trips to Mackinac together. The first year we tried to do everything in one day, but with the round trip being 8 hours, we were pretty exhausted. This year we did it properly and rented a hotel there for 2 nights. I have been here over a dozen times with my family and have a lot of traditions I have to do every time I come here. Dan goes along with it pretty well despite its corniness. The downtown area was filled with closed signs in the windows because of COVID, making things seem a little eerie. So we mostly spent our first night there along the water, me taking pictures and videos and Dan attempting to skip rocks. We were there for hours waiting for the bridge lights to finally turn on. Even after the sun had set, we were still waiting and ended up having to make a trip back to the hotel so I could get a jacket and pants because I was freezing. The next day was supposed to be our day on the island, but it was supposed to storm non-stop, so we went to the UP. That's when I discovered that my boyfriend doesn't like driving over bridges. Driving through the UP on a rainy day was like being in a post-apocalypse movie. We drove for an hour straight and saw maybe 2 cars. When we first got out of the car, it was pouring so hard Dan was shaking and we spent $50 right away on a sweater and umbrella. And of course, after that, it barely sprinkled for the rest of the time we were there at the falls. But I think that we both still had a lot of fun hiking in our soaking wet clothes. To be honest, I don't remember much of the sights because as soon as we got as far down the trail as we possibly could, I had to pee so badly that it was all I could think about. Before heading back over the bridge and into the lower peninsula, we made one more stop that is iconic in my family. Dan even took a picture of me by myself, special to send to my dad. And then, after walking up who knows how many hundreds of stairs, Dan wouldn't even walk out to the edge of the cliff with me because he's scared of heights. But I was too focused on the seemingly unending beauty of the nature that possessed the Upper Peninsula to really care. Despite not being able to spend our one full day of vacation visiting the island, I think we still made the most of our time and were definitely exhausted from all the hiking and stair climbing by the time we got back to the hotel. And the next day, we got perfect weather for a trip to the island. In addition to not liking to drive over bridges and being scared of heights, my boyfriend is also motion sick when it comes to going on boat rides. I felt like I picked the worst possible trip for him to go on with me, but he claims to have enjoyed it, and it looks like he had a good time to me. The island, of course, is another place jam-packed with family traditions for me. I feel like I know it like the back of my hand, every turn of the bike ride feeling familiar to me. I also almost felt like a tour guide as I led Dan along the paths and having him ask me where the best places to stop were and where the best places to take a picture were. And once again, I just took in everything around me. I feel like I grow to appreciate nature more and more as I get older. Of course, when we did finally stop, I took more pictures and Dan skipped more rocks. We stayed there for a pretty long time, just soaking in the cool breeze coming in over Lake Michigan, enjoying each other's company, not wanting to drive home that night. And I'm sure we will both be tempted to come back here again next year, making that 3 summers in a row.